The morning sun peeked through the faded curtains of Maya's small one-bedroom apartment. She was brushing her hair in front of the mirror, rehearsing answers to potential interview questions for a receptionist job she had spent weeks preparing for. It was her one shot to escape the grind of part-time gigs and years of overlooked resumes. Just as she reached for her worn-out heels, her phone buzzed. Alina, her younger sister, sounded weak and breathless. "Maya. I can't go in today. I feel horrible, chills, headache. Please, can you cover my shift at the cafe just for today?" Maya froze. Today was her only chance. But she looked around, at the peeling paint, the half-packed boxes they had never moved out of, the unpaid electricity bill stuck to the fridge with a magnet, and sighed. "Of course. You rest. I'll handle it." She hung up, slipped on her sister's uniform, tied her hair back, and walked out, not knowing that the most important meeting of her life wasn't at that interview. It was waiting for her at table 3. The cafe was already buzzing with morning customers. The aroma of fresh coffee filled the air. Maya greeted the regulars with a polite smile, though her heart was heavy. She tried to ignore the sting of disappointment. Every second behind the counter felt like a step away from the life she had dreamed of. But Maya had always been the responsible one, the girl who didn't let people down. "Order up. Table 3, black coffee, no sugar." She balanced the tray and headed over. Sitting at table 3 was a man in his late 40s, casually dressed in jeans and a button-up shirt, absorbed in a tablet. There was something sharp yet warm in his eyes. He gave a quick smile as she placed the coffee. "Rough morning?" he asked. Maya blinked. "Excuse me. You've been looking at the floor more than the customers." Maya forced a chuckle. "Yeah, one of those days." The man looked at her name tag. "Maya. That's a beautiful name." She gave a polite nod and walked away, unaware that he had been watching more than just her movements. He noticed the grace, the discipline, the silent resilience in her eyes. Over the next hour, he kept ordering small things, toast, another coffee, a pastry. Maya kept going back, and every time, he asked her a new question. "What do you really want to do? Are you working here full-time? What's your story?" At first, she hesitated. But something about him felt safe. She told him bits and pieces, about the degree she never finished, about caring for her mother before she passed, about how she sacrificed her dreams so her sister could finish school. He listened like no one ever had. Finally, Maya asked, "And what about you? What do you do?" He smiled mysteriously. "Let's just say I work in a people business." Before leaving, he stood, pulled out his wallet, and handed her a folded card. "If you ever want a different kind of job, call this number." She opened it after her shift ended. It was a CEO's business card. Logan Everett. CEO, Everett Holdings. Maya's legs nearly gave out. That night, she couldn't sleep. Not from fear, but hope. She Googled him. Everett Holdings was one of the fastest-growing companies in tech and design. His name was on magazine covers and keynote stages. He was worth millions. The next day, Maya nervously dialed the number. She didn't know what to expect. A secretary answered and connected her directly to Mr. Everett. "I was hoping you'd call," he said. He invited her to his office the next morning. When Maya arrived, she was overwhelmed by the glass walls, smart suits, and fast-talking assistants. She stood at the entrance, unsure if she belonged. But Logan welcomed her with the same warm smile. "Maya, yesterday I saw more talent in how you handled that cafe floor than I see in most boardrooms." She blinked. "But I don't even have a degree. And yet, you have presence. Grace under pressure. People skills. Grit. That can't be taught. I need someone like you on my leadership training team." Maya was speechless. Months passed. She trained hard. Took evening courses. Attended meetings. She transformed. Her uniform turned into blazers, and her confidence grew. Eventually, she was offered the position of Director of Talent Engagement. Her story, once filled with sacrifice and silence, became a source of strength. At a company conference, Logan introduced her on stage. "Ladies and gentlemen, meet Maya Khan, a reminder that talent doesn't always walk in with a fancy resume. Sometimes, it walks in with a tray of coffee, and a heart full of fire." The room erupted in applause. Maya looked out, eyes glistening. Alina sat in the front row, healthy and smiling. Behind her, in the back row, was the old cafe manager, mouth wide open in disbelief. Her life had changed, all because she said yes to help her sister. All because the man at table 3 wasn't just a customer. He was the door to a destiny she never thought she deserved. Moral message. Sometimes, life's detours lead us directly to our destiny. Never underestimate the value of showing up, even when it's not your day, even when the uniform isn't yours. You never know who's watching. You never know when grace, humility, and quiet excellence will open the door you've been praying for.